Hello! I have a small question for all you people out there, and that is, are all humans equally valuable? Now, this might seem like kind of a strange question, but it's something you hear quite often. The infinite worth of human beings. I believe Immanuel Kant had something to say about this. Infinite worth of every individual. If each and every individual possesses the same exact value, however, let's say that everybody has exactly 1 million value points. We'll just place the number right there, just for the sake of this discussion. So if every single human, every single person in the world is of the same value, for this case, 1 million value points, then following that logic, we are committing murder every time we smack a mosquito, or step on an ant, or something of that nature. What? What the hell kind of logic is that, you might ask? How do you get to mosquito murder from the statement that every human life is of equal value? Allow me to try to explain point by point, or subpoint by subpoint, or overarching point by overarching point. It doesn't matter really, because I wrote this all out in a matter of 20 minutes, and now I'm going to follow every point that I came up with within those 20 minutes. So rather than going at this from the top of my head, which would be disorganized and utterly confusing, I sat down for a little while and sketched it all out. And so I'm going to go through it. Now, you could argue that I should spend a little more time on it, but if you're going to argue that, then you could say, well, why don't you spend 15 years on it so that way you can have the perfect argument and not risk saying anything that might not be sufficient. Well, let's forget about that for now. So, all humans being of equal value, let's say that you hold that view. For the sake of discussion, once again, every human being has 1 million units of value. So, in your estimation, the value of Einstein, say Einstein or somebody of similar quality, is 1 million value points. And also, the value of Hitler, to invoke the prestigious law of Godwin, because after all, you know, Godwin's law makes it so that we can't at all discuss Hitler or the Nazis, even though it happened a mere, 70 years ago, which is evolutionary nanosecond. So it's it's still quite relevant, I'm sorry to say. And this Godwin guy can fuck off. So yes, Hitler has 1 million value points according to this logic. And let's say a heroin junkie who maybe sits on the couch and watches TV and shoots up also has 1 million value points. The same as Einstein. So is that what if you hold to the view that all humans are equally valuable, are you saying that Einstein and Hitler and the heroin junkie are all equally valuable? So, if somebody, for the sake of this hypothetical scenario that I want to lay out, if somebody could kind of maybe hitchhike upon the consciousness of Einstein, and then go directly from hitchhiking on Einstein's consciousness and switch over to the consciousness of the heroin junkie, which one do you suppose he would find more fulfilling? The heroin junkie or Einstein? Do you find value in learning and increasing your knowledge and understanding? Do you find value in that? Yes or no? If you're saying that all humans have equal value, then you wouldn't be able to ascribe any value to learning, or to increasing your knowledge and understanding. So entertaining this logic, once again, we can achieve no value by attempting to increase our knowledge, compassion, or anything else that we would otherwise assume to be valuable. Furthermore, we would have to say that if every human has the 1 million value points, then the humans of 2 weeks ago have 1 million value points. Agreed? Of course agreed. What about the humans from 5 years ago? Yes? Yes. 50 years ago? 500 years ago? 5,000 years ago? So, what about the hominids of 5 million years ago? What about the lemur-like creature of, I think it was 40 or 50 million years ago? Same value? See where this is going? Eventually, you're going to get to the point where our ancestors bear little resemblance to us. Do they also possess the 1 million value points? What about their cousins? Our current cousins have value, right? Mosquitoes? Bacteria? That's where this line of thought leads. If you're going to say that all humans, every single individual person on the planet, has the exact same value, then you're going to have to get to the point where every single organism on this earth has the same value. Do you feel comfortable with this idea? Committing murder by washing your hands? Really? Do you feel comfortable with saying that one human is less valuable than another? Both those concepts might sound a little bit wrong to you. The concept of murdering bacteria by washing your hands, and the concept of the unequal value of humans, individual personalities. A lot of philosophers will say a theory has to be common sense. It has to appeal to our reason. But I would guess that you're going to find a decent divide between this idea. Some people, let's say maybe half, I'm just throwing a number out there. Let's say 50% of people say that every human is of equal value. And the other 50% might say that no, not every human is of equal value. So you're going to have a split divide here. A split divide, yes, that makes sense. So to say that a philosophical theory must appeal to mass human reasoning, I think is a bit naive. I'm not entirely sure that humans should be deemed to have enough reason to say things like this. Suppose at this point in our evolution we can say that we are all reasonable enough to know what is good and what is bad. What about, again, 5 million years ago? Did they know enough to know what was good and what was bad? Up in the air. That's a toss-up. What about the alligator, the crocodile? Do they know the difference between what is good and what is bad? They might know what is beneficial for them. See, and that's where we invoke the relativity of value, the subjectivity of value. And this opens up a big discussion. So this is something that I would love to discuss with people. If you stumble upon this and have made it this far in this microphone talk session, because there's no camera, I'm sorry it doesn't work with the computer right now. I hope to get it fixed soon. But if you've made it this far, please drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. I really want to discuss the idea of value. What do I actually mean when I say value points? I'm not even 100% sure. What do we mean by value? Are we talking about knowledge as being value? Understanding as being value? Potential? Even the heroin junkie sitting on the couch watching TV might have potential. They might have a sudden change of heart. They might get over their habit and change the world with a philosophy or a discovery. Who can say? But at that moment, when they're sitting on the couch watching TV shooting heroin, how much value do they have? So let's discuss this. Please, drop me a comment. I'm desperate for views. I need ratings, damn it! Anyway, I will leave it at that because I've droned on once again for 12 minutes and 35 seconds, although I will surely edit this down. Everybody, have a lovely, wonderful afternoon, evening, night, morning thingy. Goodbye.